Hello everyone, and welcome back to NeoEnglish, your home for easy English with real news.
Today's topic is really interesting. It's called The One Scenario That Would Send the Stock Market Soaring. The article is from Barron's, a famous financial magazine.
Don't worry if that sounds hard. We'll explain everything in a simple way. By the end, you'll know what this story means and how to talk about it in English.
Let's start with the title, The One Scenario That Would Send the Stock Market Soaring. A scenario means a possible situation or event. And soaring? That means going up really fast.
Like when a bird soars in the sky, or when prices go up very quickly. Here's an example. The price of oil soared after the war started. Another one. Her confidence soared after she passed the test.
Nice examples. And what's the stock market? It's the place where people buy and sell shares of companies, like Apple, Google, or Amazon. So, when the stock market soars, it means the value of many companies is rising.
So back to the story. The article says there's one big thing that could make the stock market go up a lot.
That one thing is lower interest rates. Right now, interest rates in the US are high. That means people and businesses have to pay more when they borrow money from banks.
Let me explain. An interest rate is the extra money you pay when you borrow. For example, if you borrow $100 with a 5% interest rate, you have to pay back $105. That $5 is the interest.
High interest rates are bad for the stock market.
Why?
Because people spend less. They might not buy houses or start new businesses because borrowing is expensive.
Exactly. So, if the U.S. Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, decides to lower interest rates, people will borrow more, spend more, and companies can make more money. That makes their stock prices go up.
And that's the scenario the article is talking about. If interest rates go down, the stock market may go up.
The article also talks about inflation. That means prices going up in general. If inflation is high, the government often keeps interest rates high to slow down spending.
Here's an example. Inflation made food prices go up by 10% this year. Another one. Due to inflation, everything at the grocery store feels more expensive.
Right now, inflation is still a little high, so the Federal Reserve is careful. They don't want to cut interest rates too early, but investors are watching closely.
And if they see signs, like lower inflation or a weaker job market, they believe the Fed will cut rates. That hope pushes the stock market up.
Let's look at some useful keywords. First, scenario, a possible situation that could happen.
Then we have soaring, going up fast, like prices or the market going high.
Third is interest rate, the cost of borrowing money.
And don't forget inflation, when prices of goods and services go up.
Also, notice these phrases. One big thing that could make means there's a key reason for a change. Push the stock market up means something is making stocks rise in value.
Now, let's review the story again using these new words and phrases.
Investors are watching the U.S. economy closely. Right now, interest rates are high. That makes borrowing expensive, and the stock market is not soaring.
But there is one scenario that could change everything. If interest rates fall, companies and consumers may spend more. That could push the stock market up.
But inflation is still a concern. If it stays high, the Federal Reserve may not cut rates soon. So it's a wait-and-see situation.
So now you know. Understanding a news story in English is a great way to build your vocabulary and feel confident talking about today's topics.
Yes. If you found this episode useful, share it with your friends. And keep practicing.
We'll be back next time with more real English and news made easy. Thanks for listening to NeoEnglish.
Bye for now. And keep soaring with your English.